Dang, dude. Oh, is the fog gone now? It'll be a lot easier to go find. I could probably go find that fishing spot a lot easier without the fog. Yeah, she gives me like she just reminds me of like Amina Uzume, like the SMT. Like if she would be an SMT demon, she would be Amina Uzume. Same kind of color palette, and then also the fans. Hooray, everyone's awake, and the music is back. The music was here before, but like, happy times in Berlin. Oh, and there's my boy Kevin. I see what a mess this was. I'm sorry, Aina. I should have spoken to everyone about my suspicions sooner. It's not a problem, Shara. Even if we had known it was an acquaintance of yours, it sounds like it wouldn't have helped much. Just pay it for my drinks next time and we call it even. You got it. Given the way you two drink, I'm not sure that's the best promise to make, Shara. The fog is cleared and everyone who was asleep has awoken. Great work, everyone. You actually cleared several full jobs on this one, and let me pay them all right now. I don't know, it still feels like we didn't manage a real solution to this one either. And now the gospel can mess with people's minds too. It's like pure oral fiction as far as most people are concerned, right? Yeah, that one's the hardest to explain so far. I think I need to call Grandpa or send him a letter. Either way, all we can do is wait for Gramps to finish picking apart the gospel he's got on hand. More to the point, I think the society's really starting to tip their hand. Adding in this event, we know of 5 enforcers in total. Yes. Yes, Blue Blanc. Oh, they're gonna like show me all of them. Enforcer number 10, Blue Blanc the Phantom Thief. Enforcer number 8, Walter the Dire Wolf. Enforcer number 15, Ren the Angel of Slaughter, who is Death. Enforcer number 6, Luciola the Bewitching Belle, Lovers. Oh, and then Campanella we know about. Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Obviously the Fool, because they actually have Fool in his name. In addition to those 5, we also heard 2 names repeatedly, the Professor and Lo. Seems likely one of those 2 is the man we know as Lieutenant Lawrence. Yeah, it seems right. And Luciola said I knew both of them. It's very possible Lawrence Belger was false or even a stolen identity. What gets me is that this whole mess is supposed to be the work of 7 people. That's just the craziest damn thing I've ever heard. 7 people did all this? It does seem incredible, but I'm perfectly willing to believe it. We'll need to be prepared for anything even more so than before. Shara, are you sure you want to... Honey, didn't you hear me earlier? Labral's my home. You don't need a special reason to protect your homeland. Even if that means fighting a memory from your old home. Shara. Well, keep in mind, Sherazard, it doesn't have to end that way for you, you know. Huh? Walter and I accepted a long time ago that it has to end in battle between us. The only way we have to say anything to each other is with our fists. But that's not necessarily true for you and Miss Lucy, you know? Well, I think Zen has a point. Shara, you've still got time to figure out what you want to do. And I think I know what I want to do myself. What? Hey everyone. I realize it's kind of late, but there's something I need to show you all. Huh? Estelle? Wait, Estelle, are you? Yeah, it's time. Everyone, I got this photo from Niall and Dorothy a little while ago. This is... what? The thing where the bandit ship got retaken? I see. So that's how it played out then. Well, I recognize the girl on the left. She's one of the Copulas from the tournament. And on the right... What? Joshua? Sorry I kept quiet about this until now. It was kind of a shock, so I couldn't come out and say it. Estelle. I don't know what Joshua thinks he's doing, but I think he's trying in his own way to fight the society. I don't think he joined the Copulas to do bad things, but he's still... well... We understand, Estelle. Besides his lower face covered in this photo, so I can't certainly say this is Joshua for sure. No, sir. We'll keep this internal to the guild for now. That sentence broke me. Thanks, Aina. But Estelle, are you sure? You finally found a clue about Joshua. Yeah, I'm sure. My connection to Joshua isn't going anywhere. Not so long as I remain myself, you know? Now that I think of it that way, I'm not going crazy over it. We're walking different paths, but I know our destination's the same. So I'm gonna keep going on my own way, for now. If I don't, I'll never become the kind of person I need to become. Estelle. Well, despite trying to act cool. I gotta admit, I really want to know just what's going on between Joshua and Miss Tomboy there. Still got a long way to go, I guess. Oh, Estelle. Looks like you made up your mind. Your dream in the forest must have been something else, huh? Yeah. I was given the chance to remember my bond with Joshua. I remembered my mother's warmth. I guess I can actually be thankful to the gospel this time. I guess so. I'd take a train to stop you at this point, I swear. Even gospels cannot stand before our Estelle. Inspiring. Chapter end. Ah, Luciola. Long time no see, am I right? Esmeralda's Tower. It's just as we heard. One of the 4 device towers activated on the release of the seal beneath Grand Cell Castle. The second barrier defending the Aureole from all angles. The professor's research was spot on, it seems. That chapter was pretty good. I think I like chapter 3 more. Chapter 3 is probably my favorite chapter so far. Out of like the first 5, counting the prologue, 5 chapters. I think I like chapter 3 more, but that chapter was definitely second place. Second best. I mean, again, Sky 2 hasn't been like groundbreaking until like chapter 3, I feel. Chapter 3 and 4 were definitely like strong chapters in accordance with like the game. Yo, sorry to keep you waiting. Hope we didn't tire you too much with the delay. Ah, Walter, Campanella, this is a surprise. I was sure it would be Lo who met me here. What turning of the wind is this, I wonder? Lo is accompanying the professor for the moment, so as much as it may not be my place as a mere observer, I came in his stead. And I ain't got much to do at this point. Right now, I'm just killing some time. How unusual for both of you. Though interesting, Lo is accompanying the professor. They are performing the last experiment, then. Apparently. Our big fancy plans heading into the big leagues, looks like. The Archaisms and Jaegers are almost ready. Once we have the beta in hand, we'll all be quite busy, I suspect. I mean, the game being a Trails game, it can only get better from here. The last experiment, they mean to go up against a legend, I take it? Even the professor and Lo are going to struggle with that, I would imagine. Maybe. We're talking about hijacking a creature of legend, after all. Ain't quite like throwing pictures around or shaking the earth. But hey, Campanella, this ain't like you. Oh, what's this now? You're usually happily tagging along with the professor. If you ain't doing that, especially when things are this interesting, that means something even better's come up. So spit it out already. Why, Walter, I'm hurt. Have you so little faith in me? I trust you as much as your number. What overflowing camaraderie, Walter. Such slings, such arrows, you two are so cruel. Well, in truth, I would love to sit back and watch the fireworks unfold, but as it turns out, I have a bit of work to do. I'm off to gain his permission to use the Ark with a K. Shit, seriously? We're finally busting that monstrosity out. The mission gets better every day. Crimson Mark, the Glorious. Find it hard to believe we would use such. Do we intend to turn this nation into nothing more than a smoking crater? That will be up to the professor and Lo. So I'm afraid I must depart as soon as we're done. I so look forward to hearing about your experiment when I get back. More fog, huh? This is... Yes, I thought it would be here. Behold, lo, a majestic thing, is it not? I really love it how they... Like, I really love it how they still call him silver-haired youth when... I almost called him Alba. When Wiseman's very obviously calling him the name Lo, and this dude is still silver-haired youth. Are you really going to perform an experiment on something like this? I understand your apprehension. Without this data, however, we have no hope of completing the beta. We must know. Who? That's a dragon. Oh, I see we woke you. Your first time in the waking world of mortals in 20 years, yes? This is the first time we met. Allow me to introduce myself. You may call me George, but with no E. Wiseman. I'll just say Wiseman. I'm going to call him Wiseman anyway. I don't even need to know that. I am one of the Anguist's caretaker of Ouroboros. Begone! The power which hangs about thee like a mist, familiar it may be somehow, but the eyes betray thy purpose. Have I heard this theme before? It sounds really familiar. Might have played it at like the very end of Sky 1? Or maybe I've heard it in Sky 2, and I don't recall. In those windows I see a soul twisted and bent, incapable of joy, unyoked from bringing suffering and agony to the fellow man. Well, well, such compliments. But I'm afraid I must deny your request. I must be going. I won't be going anywhere. After all, we have business regarding the treasure of Adios. What? Show him, Lo. That. Oh, does this stir up memories from 1200 years ago? It's merely a replica, but I dare say it's well made enough, wouldn't you agree? Surely thou dost not. Thou cannot mean the shining ring. Ah, but I do. Now then, our final test awaits. That which one must protect. We in chapter 5 now. I'm assuming we're gonna go to Bose because that's like the only area we haven't been to. I need to clear quartz, so I'm gonna put these two in for now, but I'm definitely gonna use different characters for this next chapter. But I need to take out their quartz first. Okay, Tom, we finally got the Bose. You know, we've been planning for a million years now. It's the only place that hasn't seen an experiment, too. That's true, but from the sounds of it, there isn't anything odd happening in Bose. I think we could take our time for once and help out here in Roulette a bit before heading out. Sounds good. Let's see if there's anything else to do. So, we have to go do that fishing quest. But first, let me decide who I'm going to use. I'm probably just taking Tita and Chloe out. We use Chloe for basically all this chapter and Tita for like half of it. I definitely want to bring Zin in the party.
Right.
Maybe just rock Zin and Agate. Because we have Estelle, and Estelle's like an all-rounder, and Shara's an art caster. And that means I'm going to put Shield 4 on you and try to get, like, those good high-level arts on you. Oh, yes, Arrow Storm. And I think I have an EP cut 3 instead of an EP cut 2. There's a couple of tweaks we can make here. Save that attack 3 for Zin or Agate. Bum bum bum. Yeah, Agate can take this attack 3. Bum 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 bum. Now I have Haze here somewhere too, or did I put that? Actually, Tita had it before, so I should have it. Yeah, here it is. be an impede. I have another attack 3 I can give. Has 2, move 3, cut 2, kind of worthless for Agate. I have another HP 3, perfect. And definitely a defense up. It's plenty fine. Let's go look for that fishing spot in the Mistwald. Should be a lot easier to find without the fog there. Nope, not the Bright Family House. Chapter 3 was definitely the best chapter. There's not been a bad chapter. Again, the game has not been groundbreaking, but chapter 3 is where I feel like the story actually really is like starting to like pick up. Like obviously Sky 2 has better pacing than Sky 1, but at the end of the day, there hasn't been like a really good like, oh, this is amazing yet. But you know, Sky chapter 3 I feel like was like the step in the right direction that I needed for that. And chapter 4 was pretty good. Chapter 3 was wild, though. Like, compared to, like, everything I've done in Sky 2 so far. It was wild. Alright. I don't want to mess with too many of you, if I can help it. I'll mess with a few of you, though, just to get some battles going. Punch. I didn't even see this Hornet here near Estelle. Ow. Goodbye. Nice knowing you, loser. Almost level 60. I do wonder what level this game is gonna end at. I'm gonna guess like around level 100 we'll probably get to, maybe. Where's this fishing spot? This is water, so it's gotta be near. Ren being an enforcer is something I never saw coming when I initially played. I knew something was up with Ren. I would say enforcer was a bit of a surprise, but I knew something was up with Ren, but the game kind of made that obvious as something was up with Ren, but yeah, I didn't really expect her to be an enforcer either. Oh hey, is there still something in here? Nope. Not anymore, there's not. It's empty, but you notice a little hole in the back of the box. The view from there isn't so bad either. Celestial Bomb. Chest yawns open as if to swallow you into infinite emptiness. I think it's what that said. Ah, fishing spot. I bet I can fish here. Hey. That should be all the fishing spots obtained. So I guess we go to the Gurun Gate and talk to you. I wish I was playing Wild Arms. I wish there was an escape spell to get me out of this dungeon. Oh well. We do have the Haze Quartz, so nothing aggroes to me anymore. Which is nice. Gurun Gate is luckily just down here. It's like the game expects, like, hey, you're gonna do the Mistwalled one last because it's for the story, so here is the really close way to the Gurun Gate to report the quest.